So I had planned on uploading a completely different video today, but I'm getting hit with this problem that I thought may have been an isolated incident, but is shaping out to maybe be a bigger issue than I had anticipated. I just wanted to make you all aware of this and also ask and see if this is an issue that anyone else is having. And it has to do with copyright claims and content ID matching audio in my videos. So let me kind of walk you through what's been going on here. Let's actually move over to the computer, and you'll see I've got the back end of my channel here. And this started a week or two ago when I uploaded this video reamping a drum set, where the content of the video was basically me taking a drum part that I had recorded and then putting it through an amp and then seeing what it sounded like on the other side. That was it. It was reamping a drum set. And I had this weird content ID match, which I've had in the past, where if I use a track that I think maybe is royalty free as a background track or something, or if I'm playing along to some copyrighted music, usually what will happen is there'll be this little note here. It says copyright claim, and I'll get a notice that says, hey, you used so-and-so's song, so you aren't able to monetize it. They are going to get the money instead, or whatever it may be. It's not a copyright strike or a channel strike or whatever. They're just taking the revenue from your video. So I've tried to avoid using any sort of copyrighted material for that reason. And on this one, I thought, that's strange, because I didn't use any audio. I didn't use any other audio or any background tracks or anything. It was just my drums playing. So I went a little bit deeper, and let me see if I can, open this up for you here. And so what I found is, here's what I saw. And it shows me that this copyright owner here, adrev for a third party, which I assume is just some sort of legalese for this company, this underscore company has a library of content, I assume, that is matched with YouTube's algorithm that looks for people using that content. And here's what was matched, 717 to 743. And so I also realized that I'm maybe on thin ice by playing this for you, playing the part that was content matched, because I might get hit with another match on this video. So I'll let you know with a stickied comment if I get content matched for this. But here was what they were taking issue with. Which you can see here in the thumbnail, and if you've seen the video, that is me in my Pro Tools session of drums that I recorded and put through the amp. So there's absolutely no connection between my, my audio there and whatever they're trying to content claim. Apparently it's a song or piece of content called Cloud Patterns. I've looked for this Cloud Patterns and I can't find it. But I thought, okay, I was playing a pretty simple 6/8 groove with sort of a, lo-fi sound to it. Fair enough, maybe it just sounds like some track that they have, some other 6/8 indie rock track. That's fine. I did think it was kind of weird, because my understanding was that drum parts couldn't be copyrighted. Correct me if I'm wrong or if that has changed, but I thought, that's strange that just drums would be content matched, but okay, whatever. So I dispute it. I put in a dispute basically saying, hey, this is my original content, and basically YouTube says, okay, we're going to let the copyright holder know that you've disputed this, and then it's up to them to decide if they want to release the claim or not, which struck me as odd, because it really shouldn't be up to them to decide whether they're going to let me use my content or not. It's really the fault of YouTube's algorithm or their content ID program that incorrectly matched my audio with theirs. So I did try calling YouTube. Turns out that you can really only email them. I tried calling the Google helpline, because Google owns YouTube, and why? That did not go over well. I waited for over an hour and no one picked up. So I went back and forth with YouTube via email. And I was passed around to a couple different people, and they were totally pleasant and polite, but not terribly helpful, and basically kind of put their hands up and said, yeah, this really isn't up to us. This is really up to them, which again, I tried to sort of make my case for why it really shouldn't be up to them. It should be up to YouTube. But they basically said, nope, just dispute it. And they have 30 days to respond to the dispute. You can see that they have 17 more days here. And then at the end of the 17 days, I'm not really sure if it defaults to me or to them. So right now, the video is monetized. You can see it's in escrow, so it's still earning revenue, and then at the end of the 17 days, I don't know what happens. Now, here's the problem, and this is not even the biggest problem that I'm getting to, because as you can guess, this happens again, because I thought to myself, all right, this is annoying, but this is an isolated incident. The problem with this is that I don't know what happens if they review my dispute and say, yeah, no, this is our content, and we're going to take the money from that. Because YouTube has already told me that they don't get involved at all in content ID claims, even though it's their algorithm that does the content matching, that they don't get involved at all, and that any sort of copyright dispute is up to the two parties. So I assume that they're not going to lie and say that it's their content, but if they do, I don't really know what recourse I have without getting really deeply involved in a way that I just don't want to. So that's the first big problem in my mind that I feel like anyone who makes videos on YouTube should be aware of. The second problem was when I went to upload the video that I wanted to put out today, which is this next one. You can see I've tried it twice. This is a demo video on Keplinger snares, which are really cool if you aren't aware of them. But once again, I was hit with a copyright claim. I got an email and I thought, oh shoot, I did use a background track that I thought was copyright free, just music kind of under me talking to make it a little more interesting. And I thought, oh shoot, I must have used a track that actually did have copyright on it. So I redid the video. I mean, I didn't redo the video, but I put a different song underneath. And then I looked closely at the copyright claim, and I realized that once again, it wasn't the music underneath that was being claimed. It was, here, let me pull it up for you. It was, I think there were actually two parts. Hold on. So I tried this the first time, and there are two different parts that it's saying that I content matched with. And check this out. It's just me playing these snares, just demoing them, just sort of improvising off the cuff. So again, I'll play this for you. Here's the first one. This apparently matches with Field of Roses by Megatrax. Check this out. Okay, and then the second thing that matched was just again another section here. So clearly, I mean, you can see from the video, it's me playing. It's not anyone else's audio. And I started to think about it, and I wasn't going to make a video about this, but I started to realize more and more that this is problematic in my mind for a few reasons. One, it's really messing my game up here that if I just improvise a groove for a snare demo, that someone is going to be able to content ID match with it. Now, why this is happening, I'm not exactly sure, because again, like I said, I didn't even think you could copyright a drum part. So this must be a YouTube specific thing where YouTube's content ID algorithm, I don't know if they're just making the matching process a little looser, because I imagine that people over time have been trying to get around the content ID match thing by maybe pitching things up or pitching things down or adding different filters and effects. Because if YouTube was using some sort of equalization match that did like a frequency analysis and directly matched one piece of content to another, then obviously mine never would have gotten hit because clearly it's my original content. So what must be happening, I assume on the back end is that their algorithms are starting to kind of loosen and broaden the parameters of what can actually match, because I can't find these pieces of content that they are referencing, this dirty and dusty road and Field of Roses by Megatrack. And certainly it's possible that in that track there's a drum beat that is similar to what I'm playing here. But if that is the new normal, if that is how close you can be and still get content matched, then that's a huge problem for certainly anyone playing drums, which are, the people that I care about in this moment. I can't imagine what's happening to gigantic channels like Drumeo or any of these other channels where people are just playing grooves. And so I don't know if these companies, this Megatracks or whatever, I don't know if they're just spewing out tons and tons and tons of like grooves and chord progressions and songs, like randomly generated songs, and they're just hoping that they're going to try and generate revenue by hitting all these copyright claims, because that other company has yet to respond to my claim. So I guess at the end of the day, I don't really know what's going on here, and I'm a little apprehensive after this happening twice in a row now, and it's really going to be annoying if I have to dispute every single time I play a groove and dispute that I'm matched with someone else's content. And I assume that this is going to be a much more widespread problem, because I can't imagine that this is just happening to me, or maybe I'm severely unlucky here. So I want to know, if you post drum videos and you monetize your videos, is this happening to anyone else? And furthermore, if anyone has any legal training or any other theories on what could be going on here, I'm curious about that as well. So that's something, I don't know, maybe I'll try again in the future. But let me know what you think could be going on here, and just let this be, I suppose, a warning for anyone else that uploads drum videos to YouTube. So I will get this Keplinger video up here at some point and in some form. But yeah, until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.